Hey, happy Friday, everybody. My fellow roulette fools, Brent with AOB here. If you watched day 11 video, that was a long day slash night. It was quite the roller coaster, but we made it through. And yes, I 100% agree with you all. Should have, could have, would have stopped many times and taken our profit and gone. And as I wrote back to one of our team members in the comments, I want you to understand the basics of play and the right way, in my opinion, to have self-control and whatnot. At the same time, I recognize this is also a channel that people come and they want to see a little bit more excitement. They want to see some losses. I'm not willing to jeopardize the path to our goal for 365 days and the 100,000 profit. At the same time, I do want to push the envelope a little bit at times so we can see, like yesterday, what can happen. Same thing with day 2. If you saw day 2, how you can get in a hole real quick. But there are ways to get out of it. And if you stay calm, you persevere, you get out. And that's what we did yesterday. It got pretty late in the night. So we're going to try to do better today, see if we can have an easy day. I wouldn't mind one of those. And I'm going to keep working on surplus. If you look over here, total, we are on, this is day 12. We're on a total of 8,295. Now remember, my entire bankroll is $30,000, but I locked away 21 of that in the vault, and we only started out with $9,000 of playable funds. We're almost doubling that in 12 to 14 days. So in 2 weeks, we will have doubled it. Right now, we've been averaging $691 profit per day. That's awesome. And we need, by the end of the day, we need to have $3,600 profit to maintain our $300 average. That means we have a surplus of $4,695. Now, my goal moving forward is I don't ever want to go past the surplus. And what that allows us to do is we'll continue to have the $300 per day that we need to stay on track. This is above and beyond it. I don't want to lose a surplus, but I don't want to go below the surplus because that'll keep us on track. What I think would be really cool is I'm going to go back to all the videos. It should be fairly accurate, except for maybe the first day or two where I was cutting out. So that's not where it was, will it be accurate. But wouldn't it be cool to see how many total minutes of time we've been playing, how much profit or loss you have, and go, what's our per minute plus or minus, right? I think that would just be neat to see what our plus or minus minute is. So I'm going to do that. Last thing is, a lot of people calling for Discord channel. I'm gonna research that this weekend and make sure that I know what I'm doing and get it set up right. I'm also looking at live streaming. I know many of you keep asking me about, can I document my strategy and such like that. It's just super simple. I mean, so watch the videos. I consider it simple. You play, you double. If you lose 2 before you do a full recovery back, you take a break and come back, and then you either start at the base bet again, and do it a couple times. If you're feeling really good, you can then double. That's the general strategy, okay? And I'll explain it as we go. Anyway, okay, so we're doing really well. Yesterday was exciting. Let's get to it. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off a little different. We're gonna go to this other table. This is the table that allows us to place full bets, cover the entire table with as much as we want, right? So I don't know, the connection reset. Okay, great, that table's not available. Forget it. I was gonna play 5 double streets and show you how I do that. So we're not gonna do that. I'll have to contact customer support and see what's going on. All the rest of the games are playing for me. Okay, what do we got here? 15, 0, 26, 14, 22. I'm just kind of see where I want to start out. So let's just stick right here on top. Let's do 1, 3, 4 streets, okay? And today, yesterday, the first part was pretty exceptional where we were like, I don't remember what it was, 12-1 for our ratio of wins to losses. It was pretty awesome. And at the end, we had a pretty good run at the end. That really, really helped us get back. So we'll see. But I'm going to play a little more conservative per daily session of each individual one, but I'm going to start wanting to build on our bankroll, our surplus bankroll. So I'll do more tiny sessions, and I'll pop in and probably do 1 or 2 spins and see if I can't grab either 15 to 30 or possibly 45 to 90, depends on how we're doing, if we want to play a $45 total bet or a 135. Some of you put in some really good comments on the strategies that you use. I think those are great. I'll say it again. I don't think there's only one strategy. This is a strategy that has worked best for me. Play around with it. Please use fake money. You know, okay. So much for that awesome possum start. That's all right. Okay, let's go. Here we go, double up. Anyway, there's more than one way to skin a cat. There's no, this is the only right way. There is no, this is the only right way. So play what you play. I saw some of you keep touting playing 2 dozens. Not a bad way. Not a bad way. And if it works great for you, just historically, it has not worked great for me. I mean, I've done okay on it, but not as well as I have done with 9 streets. So play whatever works well for you. Some of you have been saying that you prefer the, nice. You prefer the, instead of martingale, you know, you go up 1 unit per loss. And that's okay. That's fine. Those type of things work especially well if you're playing like a single dozen, especially Fibonacci. Fibonacci works really well on the first dozen. For those of you not familiar with Fibonacci, basically when you bet and you lose and you start to progress, you add the previous 2 bets together to determine your current bet. So if we're starting out at $1 unit and we place $1 on the first dozen and we lose, for me, the next bet is also 1 because you're adding 0 was the very first bet because you wasn't a bet. So your first bet is 1, then you add the previous 2 together to get your next bet, which is 1 plus 0. So you bet 1 again. If you lose a second time, your third bet will be the 1 plus 1, which is a 2. If you lose that one, it's 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, so on, so on. If it kind of sounds confusing because I'm doing a really shit job of explaining it, just Google it and you'll see it's pretty simple. Anyway, the problem I have with high coverage systems like we're using here with 27 numbers and only going up 1 step. Sure, if you win right away in the first 1 or 2 steps, you're fine. If you lose 3 in a row or 4 in a row, it's very, very difficult when you're only going up 1 step to recover. And then if you win, you either have to stay at that higher amount longer, or if you plan on stepping back down, you're risking more for longer. It's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. You know, either you risk more, but you get there quicker, or you risk less, but you got to stay at a higher relative amount longer. Pick your poison. You know, the way I've been playing, the way I've been showing you all, that's the way that I prefer, right? Oh, and before I forget, see this. I found the perfect holiday gift for your missus that she's going to absolutely love. Now, sure, you could get her Zales diamonds. We just lost. Sure, you could buy her Mercedes Benz like the commercials on TV around the holidays, but I find this is the gift that keeps on giving. I don't know if you can see it, but this will just melt her heart, okay? Truly. And every morning she gets up to have her cup, she can look at this message, "Don't be a salty bitch," and just go, my man really, really knows me, thinks of me. For those of you that don't get sarcasm, that was 100% don't do it. Unless your wife or your girlfriend or whatever is funny as hell as mine is. She understands my humor. My poor humor. I don't think I could be with somebody that was so uptight they didn't like humor, but to each their own, right? Okay, we got back. Let's see if we can get back to even with this one. Back to our $90 profit. We're at 5 and 2, so just a little over 2 to 1. Like to see 6. We hit 6 and 2. We're doing our 3 to 1, which is our minimum target. I posted the video out there late last night on doing the crypto and transferring money. I transferred $100 into this account. that $100 I put into the vault so it wouldn't skew. Oh, come on. So it wouldn't skew our balance here. So for any of you thinking, oh, he transferred 100 in or whatnot, no, I took it out of here. So that video is posted. It took a long time because I had to blur out all my account numbers, my crypto wallet numbers. It ended up being a pain in the ass, but it was worth it. I hope it helps some of you that are new to this and are looking to transfer money in. Others keep asking, is there any other way? Sure, not on stake. I know Bet Online, they have several options. Wire transfer, I believe they have ACH, direct bank transfer. You can send them a bank check, etc. Okay. Unfortunately, now we got to stay at this high level bet because we did not fully recover before. We did not fully recover this last time, right? We doubled up and we dropped down to the base. That would have got us, but we lost. So since we have not fully recovered, now this time we have to stay at the doubled up. So obviously, right, the more you lose in a row or the more you lose without recovery means the more you got to bet to get back to even. Anyway, hopefully that video helps some of you. Let me know if it doesn't or if you continue having questions. I'm really struggling with keeping up with the comments and questions, but I'll really do my best. And I know some of you have been really asking, where's the Discord? Where's the Discord? I'm getting on it. I'm getting on it. I was pretty stretched yesterday. That was a long session, plus that video on how to. So bear with me. I will be researching Discord and I'll be researching live streaming this weekend and hopefully have something set up. I'm sure Discord is, my buddies use Discord for gaming. We only use it for chatting together. We don't do any. I want to know how robust Discord is and what all the feature is. I'm sure I only know a little tiny because we just sit there and give each other shit verbally on the channel. Okay, let's go. Let's see if we can break this 90 ceiling and get out of that. That's ultimately what we're looking for. Stair step up positive. Okay. Nice. 135. Now, if I wanted to play really conservatively or we were just starting out, this is a good point to take a break. Even the $90 is a good point to take a break. Come back a little later, get your 2 quick wins, come back later. Some of you had posted your initial success stories, right? Hey, I took $10 or $100 or whatever it was, and I turned it into $300 and then I lost it all chasing losses like we're not supposed to do. First of all, don't beat yourself up. We all do it. I did it yesterday. I did it on day 2, and okay, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Let's see. I'm going to switch up to reverse. Wait, that's not reverse. I really dislike that you have to click and hold the roll back, the undo button. I just want to be able to quickly click erase all. Anyway, if you're winning and you're getting up like you're doing and then you're losing it all, there's really good news for you. Walking away and having that kind of control is 100% in your control. The casino has nothing to do with that. So if that's what's going on, that you're actually winning, but then you're staying too long and you're losing, don't beat yourself up. You can walk away. The casino has no edge on that, no control over it. So get your small goals. When I go into the casino with my daughter, who, amen, she's coming back from college today for a couple days. She's been my biggest gambling partner ever since. She's loved it. I used to sneak her in before she was 22. Or excuse me, I used to sneak her in well before she was 21. I don't know. I call it good. Would have used a 20 on that one. I don't know. My family always grew up with open finances. Discuss it openly. Learn about it. It's not hush hush. That's, to me, is the best way to learn about it. Same thing with alcohol. When I was growing up as a kid, we had wine at dinner. We were allowed to have, beer or whatever, even as a kid. Now, obviously, my parents weren't giving me a whole bunch and letting us get wasted, but I just grew up. It was no big effing deal. Same thing with finances. We discussed finances. We talked about investing. And that's what I did with my daughter from day one. I initially started putting a lot of money into her education account. Oh, all right. This is a walk away moment, and I'm going to practice what I preach today. So I'm going to walk away. Anyway, that is something we have in control, walking away. So we're going to do it. Back to just a second. I know I'm hopping all around. My daughter's coming home. I'm going to introduce you to her. Hopefully my cat comes home today. I have you can see this little black dot back here. That's my little girl, Phoebe, curled up on there. But I get Soybean back today, hopefully. I can't wait to see the bill. The doctor just called me and said, well, we want to keep him a little longer, and we'd like to give him another pain medication because he seems a little tender. I almost want to say, lady, I grew up on a farm, man. He's lucky to be alive. Anyway, I'm going to pause this. I'm going to go heat up my coffee again and come back, and we'll get back our 315. We've been in bigger holes than this, right? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. They did 1, 2, 3, 4 spins. All good spins would have been for us. So we have two choices, right? We can either double up again, or we can start back and not chase those big losses, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to go and start again, and I'm going to bet a couple times, and let's get a couple wins. And if we lose, at least we're losing $135 and not $540, right? That'd put us down $815, which for what we're doing and the bet amounts we're doing, I'm not too concerned about $815. I'm not happy about it, but it's doable. Okay. So there's one. Coming back down 270. So these are nice because if you claw back this slow way, and I would have no problem if I wanted to spend more time just grinding it back, and that's what I suggest you do if your bankroll is tighter. The nice thing is, remember, when we double, you've got to double 1, 2, or 3 times, and then at the end you usually have to drop back down to a base bet, which in this case is 135, to get back to break even. What we're doing is we're doing reverse. We're putting our break even 135 base bets first. Not that statistically it makes any difference, but mentally it does. If you come back and you bet 540 or whatever that is, like this, so we lose 135. Okay. Now I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stay in here. I'm going to double this one up, except this time I'm not looking to break even from this point right here. So if I win at 270, I'm going to keep it at 270 another time, and then I'm going to drop it down to 135. Yeah, I know this. You don't have to follow me. This is just how my mind thinks. This is how I go. So just keep it simple. You either grind it out with low wins, grind it out with a couple bigger bets along the way, or you go in with guns blazing and you go in big bets. And now we're in a real hole, 675. We're on a serious losing streak, so we're calling it right now. I'm not coming back in 5 minutes. We're calling it right now. I'm going to come back in an hour or so, and we're going to start again. We're at 675. Yeah, that sucks, but it's doable, and this is what happens, and I'm glad you're getting to see how a crappy morning can start, right? But it's Friday. Friday, always a good day. All right, see you guys soon. Okay, back after a little break, but we're going to do a little differently. I was able to get into the other live roulette table, and we're going to go check. If you remember, we started the day at 17,295, and we are currently at 16,620, so we're in the hole 675 this morning. I had to clear my cache and do a stuff and eventually get off of Chrome and go to Edge. It was the only way I could get on this server. So this is what the other server looks like. That allows you to place whatever bet, and it has ridiculously high table limits. Look at this street $5,000 on a straight up bet, $2,500 on any number. So we're gonna go double streets. Show you how I play this. So you're going on and you're hoping you get it on this first one, right? This is where your ass is hanging out. I don't do this very often. Sometimes I do this just for fun, and sometimes if I get in a little hole and I'm willing to be risky because you're covering so much of this board, sometimes I'll use this. Oh, of course, right? Yeah, buddy. All right. So there's another 125. That's all right. That's all right. So let's see. The rebet is up here. We're going to double that up. Anyway, sometimes it's very risky, but let's say you're in the hole $300 and you want to get back in a hurry. Sometimes I'll do $100 streets. It's a $500 bet to only make 100. It's terrible, terrible returns, but you have such high odds. So I'll only usually do this either this way, where I play 25 streets and then drop down to $5 streets. Oh my goodness. Today is the worst. Okay. We just lost 375 in a hurry. This chump. I can't believe it. What to do, what to do, what to do. I definitely don't want to go up to 500 on this guy. All right, so that's a great example of the worst start you can get, in addition to what we had on the other table earlier. So I'm going to go back to favorites. We're going to go to our normal live roulette table, and we're going to grind some back in this session. So we're at 16,245. 16,245. We're down 1,050. Here's our thing over here. Let's get to our favorite plays. We'll have to wait a second. So we're down 1,050. Yesterday was supposed to be the hard day. Today was supposed to be the easy one, right? All right. Remember our motto: expect it, accept it. So that's what we're doing. 30. We're going to go reverse and see if we can get back this 375, grind it back a little bit. And who knows, if we're doing really well, I may opt to throw in a little bit bigger of a bet, maybe go up to 540, maybe even 1,080 on one spin here and there to try to get back a little quicker. I'm only doing this because we have the extra reserve in our bankroll. Remember, we had something around, we have 3,645 currently in our excess. And I will not dip below that. And I'd like to at least leave $500 in there so that we can. All right, we're going to hit 1,080 right now, and we're going to do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. You guys as nervous as I am? Oh. All right, let's see what happens. 15,210. Where does that put us? Oh my fucking God. Okay, we are fucking done with any big bets. You know what we're doing? Watch this. We're doing $9 bets. Worst out of worst. What does that put us? Let's see. 15,201. Okay, we're down 2,094. Our surplus is still 2,601. So that's not what we wanted, but we're okay. But we're going to stop the bleeding. We're going to do some serious grinding. I don't know if we should keep the video running. This could be a really long friggin' day. Look at that. We switch back to regulars and we lose. This is like nothing but losses. Good thing it was only $9. We're gonna grind back. Okay, so 15,183. $2,112 down today. Yeah, that got the best of me today, huh? Throwing in that $1,000 bet. Okay, let's go. Let's get on a winning streak. Oh, have we even won one? We're 5-1. Holy shit cakes. Literally, this is the day you walk away. I'm glad I'm only betting $9 here. Now we're up to a $36 bet. These days come once in a while where literally you're just losing. It seems like you're losing and you gotta walk. So we're gonna walk. We're gonna play real small and see if we can get on a small grind. I'm not gonna bet big anymore, and see if we can just pare down our losses for the day. Live to fight another day. I'll get back on, take some short sessions if we kind of get out of this funky groove here. Okay, so finally we get a win. We're just going to stay at this level. I mean, we're at $36 bet, right? So I'm not too concerned about it. And even on that little bet, we're here at the top. This has got to be a boring job for these dealers. Can't even really talk to players other than respond to their chats. Okay, today is officially the worst of the worst that we've had. Sure, on day 2 we got in the hole, but that was because I was betting big, so I think we lost 4 times in a row or something. This is a crazy number of losses, especially on that 5 double streets, but that's what can definitely happen. Okay. And this is where you get the naysayers come in and say, see, you can't do it. It can't be done. Well, first of all, I played risque. I played very carelessly on purpose. So I accept my own losses here. We should have been grinding it back from the start, but that's okay. What are we at? 15,171. We still have the surplus. We're not going to go below that, remember, because if we go below the surplus, we're cutting into our $300 a day so far. So we're still up over $2,000 on surplus. That's good. We can just keep building that back up. I would love to get back to our $2,000, every day. Okay. So climbing back up slowly. We're doing well. I'm just going to leave it at this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to $45 bets. What were we doing here? Regular streets. 9 streets, 45. I'm going to go to our $45 bets because that was $36. We're going to go for $15 wins. I'm going to play a couple more spins here. Might go to if we're doing well, might bump up to a $135 spin for a couple times and call it a break and come back. The low, slow grind. All right, come on now. There we go. Okay. $15. That's okay. Yesterday we got up to 300 in a relatively short amount of time, right? Remember that? So you get on a good run here. We could knock off 300 in a hurry if we got betting 135 if we got on a good streak. And then from then you just start taking some chunks off and you come back frequently and just win 45 at a time, and we could get that 2,000. Yesterday was a monster day, I thought, at $1,000 some dollars up, or overall getting back up. There's 45. So we'll bet 90. Tough sledding today. And even so, I'm having a blast with you guys. Remember, like the saying goes, every system works until it doesn't. So if we were to stop here for today and our surplus is still at $2,000, give or take, right? Then the next several days, all right, I'm going to go one more time and then we're done if we can't get out of this. This is $180 bet. We're just getting crushed today no matter which streets we go on. And there'll be days like this. Yeah, my mama told me. So regardless of where we stop today, the next week or so will be very, very conservative bettings to get to our $300. You know, we can't afford to do this twice in a row. We don't want to go through all of our reserves. I like having that cushion. So that's what we'll do. And that's how you walk away a winner in the long run. You're going to have times like these. You have to expect it and accept it. Okay, there we go. Get another one of these. What we were up at the max, we were down 1386, down 1461. So we want to get to, I hate doing it that way. Oh, we want to get back to negative 1386 plus the other $1,000 or whatever, $800 we were down before I had to, they had me redo, delete all my cache and everything because this, for whatever reason, this server wasn't coming up. Even after I did that on Chrome, it still wasn't working. So I came over to Edge and it took me a few times of refreshing the page before I was able to load up this video. I've never had problems with it before. Okay. There we go. Okay, where are we at? Minus 1401. We're gonna keep it going. Let's see if we can, we need to get at minus 1386 to get back to there. And what was it over here? Yeah, minus 1419 and minus, so yeah, minus 1386 was the best we've been at. So we're about 15, right? 15 bucks off, $15 away from that. So I could have definitely dropped this down to a 135 bet instead of, or excuse me, yeah, 135 bet, or excuse me, I'm being dumb, $45 bet to get the $15. I'm keeping it at 180 because I do want to be a little more aggressive and get back towards it. Okay. Minus 1341, nice. So now we'll drop down to $45 bets, get back to some. So I'm going to set my target for this session right now, this quick session. I'd like to get to minus 1200, so another $141. So that's my goal right now, is to get to minus 1200, and then we'll go, then I'll take a break and come back and do it again. Another reason why I like these sessions, because if we can do this poorly, right? We were down over $2,000 today. If we can do this poorly and come back from it and not be in any real danger, I like it because it even gives us more credibility towards the naysayers that say this can't be done, this will catch up with you. Well, man, this caught up with us today and we're doing okay. We're still okay. We still have. So what are we at? 15,294. Okay, we're about ready to cross the 2,000 threshold. So even with this nasty day, we're still in surplus, 2,694, plus our original profit. We're up over 6,294, and our average daily has been 500. We want to make sure that this doesn't drop below 300, right? That's our target. So we're still 225, there's a loss. We're still $225 above our average needed daily limit to reach our goal at the end of 365. So yeah, this is good. We survived this, and this was some of the worst bankroll management I could have done, right? Betting, immediately jumping up to 1,080 bet when you're having such a shitty day, hoping that that's going to turn around. That was terrible. And I was willing to do it, so I accept the loss, but that was terrible. So even on terrible bankroll management, not walking away when probably should have, and then not betting the way I did, even with that carelessness, no, come on. Okay, all right, that's all right. You know what? I welcome this dealer change. That guy, it wasn't his fault, but that wheel during those spins were just killing us. Okay, let's go. I want to get to minus 1,200 because it's 1224 and I'm freaking hungry. My dad has always loved seafood, so with All right. Well, at least the bets were relatively low. Let's see. I'm gonna go to a 270 bet. We were at 90, I think we just lost, right? History. No, we just lost at 180. So we're at 270 right now. Phew, look at all those losses. Boom. Okay. If we lose this, 14,709. All right, we'll be down 25.86 for the day. Good thing we switched to reverse, right? Because that's 1, 2, 3 plus a 0 on, and the 0 doesn't count. We would have lost no matter what. Okay, let's see if we can get a couple wins put back together. Maybe we won't get that 1,200. But you gotta think positive. Don't let this get you down. Just hang in there. Hang in there. Play smarter than I've been doing here. If we didn't have such a nice reserve, I would definitely not be playing this crazy. Nice. Look at that. Hitting the 4th street so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the non-zero numbers in a row. Okay, what does that put us? 1461. Okay, now we get this one. That'll be 4 wins in a row. And as I said yesterday, when you start hitting 3, 4, 5 wins in a row, sure, you could get a couple more, but as I go back and I look at my history, and I've done this before, you usually get a loss in there. So, and even someone commented on that today, said, hey, after you get 3 or 4, shouldn't you drop back down? And I think that's a good idea, actually. Okay, so we got a 1371. Wait, what was this? 1341. So yeah, we're definitely going to drop back down. And 9th Street reverse. I can't do a 9th Street reverse. I'm being a bozo there. 9th Street reverse, 45. There it is, way up there. I gotta get these in order. I wish I could drag and drop these in the order I wanted them to. I don't know. I guess they go in the order that I put them in there. But when you got that time clock ticking, I don't know, sometimes your eyes just, you get lost in here a little bit. Maybe I get rid of the ones that aren't doing well. Okay, there's another win. All right, 1326. We're right back to this peak period here. So, okay, we recovered from that. Very nice. I like keeping my chart here to see. This is a good reminder right here. If that discourages you, just refresh this page and start out all new and forget about your losses, right? Kind of like we did on day 10, where we had lost the previous day. You just wipe it from your slate and start all over again. That's a really good idea. Forget about trying to get back like I'm doing. I'm trying to see, but I would like to do that. But there's times when I'm just like, just wipe it out and just pretend you're starting all over again. All right, look at all these 4th Street in each dozen bets. Okay. We're going to stick at 135. So I was going for 12. We're $80 away. If we could get 2 wins at this level, we would hit that 12 and I can go get lunch. Anyway, as I was saying, my dad, he absolutely loves seafood. So my daughter's coming home today and staying today and tomorrow from college, spring break. And I asked my dad, he hasn't been with it very much the last 2 days. He was doing really well with talking a little bit, but the last 2 days he hasn't been talking much. But when I said, what do you want to eat? He said seafood. So we're going to go get some jumbo prawns. Yeah, well, we had, how many wins in a row? To be expected. Anyway, we're going to go get some jumbo prawns. I'm going to go get, I have some crab meat from the crabs we caught this recently. We went crabbing, and it's been an amazing crabbing year here on the Oregon coast. I mean, the crabs, bigger than I've ever had them in my entire life. I've done a lot of crabbing. I mean, you have the little gauge, right? And so Oregon has the easiest because they have the smallest width of the back shell, and then you have Washington, and then you have California. The crabs were so big it was going beyond the full edge of the mother sucker. We will rock you. Okay. One more try. One more try to get back up there. We really like to hit 1200. Anyway, we were, for the first time this season ever in my life, we went out there and caught so many crabs. And I had my live well filled up in my boat. We had this giant cooler just filled up, trying to aerate the water to keep them alive. And we're heading back to shore because we had filled up so quickly that I'm like, you know what, shit, we need to count what we have. You know, there's a good win for us. We better count. And we started counting, and you're allowed 12 crab per person, Dungeness crab, and we had like 15 crab more than everybody in the boat over the total cumulative limit. So we're literally going, okay, we gotta pick the smallest ones, but they were all big monsters. It really didn't matter. We're sitting there tossing out these crabs, and I'm sort of salivating. The downside of crabbing is, man, you get home and you got a lot of cleaning to do. We steam some and then eat them right away, but then there's all these 48 crabs that you got to shell. I don't freeze them whole. Okay, how's that looking? 1326. The highest we were at was 1281. That's good enough for me. What were we doing? Reverse. Okay, reverse one. We're going to go back to our 130. So we won at 540 twice. That's good. Anyway, we were up till over 3 in the morning, my daughter and I, cracking crab and taking out the meat. It gets to be a dirty, tedious, but it's worth it. Now I've got these freezer bags filled in my freezer, like a bunch of them. Each freezer bag has 2 cups of shelled crab meat, big old claw meat pieces. 1281. All right, was that where we were? Yep. So we're back to our I don't want to call it high point, but because we're still down 1281. Okay, now we need 2 wins. Give it to us so I can go get some lunch. So anyway, we're gonna fix somewhat of a nice seafood surf and turf dinner. Go get some really nice thick ribeyes from Costco. Costco's expensive, but man, they have their meat. Their steaks are absolutely gorgeous. They're super thick. They're nice, deep, fresh red color. None of that brownish color. All right, look at that. Rolling, 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 rolling. Okay. Little chunks. We're gonna break off at 1200. Hopefully we get really lucky on this last spin, which we're always usually cursed. And then I'm gonna grab lunch, come back, and we're gonna take this 1200 down to 1000, and then 800, then 600, then 400, so on and so on. And then we'll work on the previous deficit. I feel really good that I just need to put the time in. We're gonna do a bunch of short sessions. It's a pain for my video editing. Right now I just pause the capture, and so it just creates one file. But when I leave, I'm gonna have to stop it and create a video file. Then whoa, that was an awesome bounce. Did you see that? That was crazy. Someone's got to say, oh, that was a magnet. I don't think so. I mean, this ball has got so much spin on it. Look at that. 1191. Where are we at? 15429. 15429. We're down 1,866. We're like, hey, that's awesome. We still have 2,829 of surplus. Our average daily balance is still $536. So we're well above where we need to be. So we're doing okay. We're going to break this down even further. I'm going to go grab lunch. I will be back at some point. It's Friday, so I'm gonna have some adult beverages with my lunch, and we'll continue later. All right, cheers. Hey, we're back for another quick session. See if we can get a couple hundred or at least $90 back today. See where we go. I'm gonna go first 3 streets. You can see our chart over here. But you know what? I'm not even, I'm gonna leave this here just as a marker, but I'm not even concerned about the mount. We're starting all over. So small gains. If we go to our Excel sheet, you can see we still have a surplus of 28.29 above and beyond what our daily goal is. So we're still super healthy. And our trend continues here. Loss on the first one. Awesome. Is this just like the moon is in the perfect place today? Or not in the perfect place today? So starting all over, not going to worry about it. In fact, let's go ahead and wipe this off so we don't even see it. Start clear. Not going to try to chase. We're going to start from the beginning. If we get 2 losses before we can recover, like losing right now, or winning and then losing, which would be before we fully recover, break time. Okay, we're going to be rigid. So let's see how this goes. See if we can turn our luck around. I know we will. Just will we do it today? There we go. There's one. Okay, now we're going to drop back down. If you're playing at home, especially if you're just starting and you're either using the gold coins or Roulette Royale or however you're doing it, I like it here because you can play in gold coins with a live dealer. So even though your money isn't real and you kind of take away that piece of the equation, the results are real, right? So it's a good way to practice your thing rather than just jumping in. So wherever you register, if they have an opportunity to play with fake coins, do so. I don't believe Bet Online has that, but if they do, give it a go. Okay, there's our 2 losses in a row. So I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break, walk it off, and come back. All right, and we'll reassess. I'll be back. All right, we're back. So we're not going to double up on that loss. We're just going to get back up. We're down 45. We're up 90. So we're just going to play it low and slow until we get our mojo back. And we will get it back. Faith, my friends, faith, perseverance. I like this dealer. He's usually does good for me. Does well for me, excuse me. All right, there we go. So we're even Steven. Let's keep it rolling. Maybe we can get on a 5 or 6 run here. Get up. I'd love to knock off $200 and then have a couple more sessions today and knock off 222. And then do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe not 222, maybe not, but tomorrow get the 300, and then my goal will go back up to 500 a day for a little while if we're having a good day. So let's see if we can get on a run here. That's what we need. That's what we need. No. Oh my gosh. We are just getting our ass kicked. All right. We might just have to hang it up for the day. All right. Expect it. Accept it. All right. Come on, AOB. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, I got a Discord channel set up. I'll post the link in the details section below today's video, and we'll see what goes with that. I need one more thing pulling me in another direction. Okay, there we go. Get a little back up. This time we are going to keep it doubled up. You know what? I'm not. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to go back to base bet. Supposed to go back to base bet. Low and slow. Wins the race. All right, let's see how it goes. You know, like I was saying earlier, I actually really like this. I mean, this, I don't think I've had this bad of a day in a long, long time. So if we can survive this absolute shit day, we're golden. All right. There we go. Back up even. Let's see if we can get a run. We're at 2-to-1 ratio right now. Let's see if we can get it going on. Yeah, if we can survive this day and get back in it, which I know we will, but to prove that this does not wreck us, we had a pretty terrible day 2 days ago, and we recovered. We're having a pretty terrible day today. We won't recover today, most likely, but we will recover, and we've got good surplus already. So, okay, there we go. We just broke the zero plane. So yeah, we've had some pretty hard days, and we've bounced back every time. So I don't know, the naysayers got to run out of things to say after a while, right? Oh, and some people post comments just because this next day video isn't apparently on in time. I normally don't edit these and get them posted up until really late at night, because sometimes I'm playing late at night, so they don't get in until 3, 4, or 5 in the morning because it's got to render, process, and upload. I see comments like, what? No, one was, what? No day 11 video? Yeah, haha. That's why I thought you went bust. I went bust in one day? Nice. There's 90. Oh, I thought we were already up 45. I guess not. Okay. I thought we were up. Apparently not. We were at even. See, I'm going crazy. I thought we were already up 45. Anyway, we're up 45 now. So just hold on to your hats, people. The video will get up, you naysayers. And then you can at least criticize me once you see the video. All right, let's go. Come on, this guy's good to me usually. All right, all right. Up 90. Get some. Let's go. All right. So yeah, back to Discord. Feel free to jump on there, and if anybody's a Discord guru and you're responsible, the only way I'm going to be able to make that channel work is adding additional administrators. So as we go through, I just can't do all this on my own. We're a team, remember? So, and I wanted to say that when we complete this journey at 365, nice, we're up 135. When we complete this journey at 365 days, if we're anywhere close, and I'm confident we will be above, but if we're anywhere close to $100,000, I'm going to try to think of something to give back to all of you for being on the journey. So I don't know what that's going to look like, whether that's, I'm going to pick a date to go to Vegas, and whomever wants to come meet there, and I can put the proceeds of that towards part of your trip or your stay or some gambling money. You know, everybody that shows up that's been part of this will get, you know, X amount. Yeehaw, look at that. 180. Okay. I only wanted 200. I'm not going to get greedy. So we're going to go. What were we doing? Okay, doing that one. We're going to go down to 45. Okay. 2 wins here, and we're golden. We're up at 210. Anyway, I don't know what that is yet. I don't know if it'd be that, like go to Vegas and then have a certain number of chips for everybody to play, and we'll have play, and then, you know, have food and drinks. That would be kick ass, and everybody can sit around. We can get a couple tables and just totally own those tables, and everybody can try their different bets and we can have some fun, maybe playoffs there and some prizes. But I definitely want to, at least, hey, we dropped it down to 45, right? Okay. Or maybe I will, as we go along, I've been really thinking of a really cool, classy shirt in black with something small, something that you'd go, yeah, that actually looks cool. I got to get a graphic designer and throw some ideas. I want it to be unique. I want it to be classy and cool, kind of badass more than classy, I should say. And maybe I can send those out to those that I see that have been since day one, you know, or since this first week or 2 weeks. Those have been the longest. Okay, there we go. So we'll go back to the 45 bet. Let's see if we can get caught up. So if you have any cool ideas that's realistic and legitimate, because I'm already deciding, I already donate to charity. I donate to animal charities and children charities. Those are the two types of charities I donate every year. So I want to do a significant amount of that 100,000 to charities. So I'll let you know what that is as we go along, but I'm not talking $100 here. It should be significant. Okay. There we go. We're back up to 180. And as we go through this journey, maybe I can, I don't know, pick some cool stuff along the way. I really want to do more than just have you all watch, because you've been supportive and you've been on the way. So I win, you win. We have another member. Angry spaghetti. I like that. Angry spaghetti. Look at that, 195. Now watch this. We're gonna go down. Do I not have a $9? I don't have a $9 that one, but we're gonna go to a, oh yeah, there it is. We're going down to $9. This will give us $3 win. And that will get us up to 201. And then I'm going to take a friggin' nap. But my daughter's going to be here anytime. Super excited about that. You know, she's a senior. When she first started college, all the way up until last year, her junior year, when it was spring break, Dad, I'm coming home, spending the whole week. Guess what? This year, she's like, yeah, I'll come home for a night or two. I'm like, all right. I got it. You and your friends are going to do whatever the hell kids your age do. Because I was an angel. No. I was in so much trouble. They made me join the Army when I was 17. It was either that or one of those those boys' homes. You know, ours was called McLaren here. So the judge says, I'm going to give you 1 week to come up with some plan to get your shit together, or you're going to go spend it there. I mean, I was in a lot of trouble. And nice, we got it. Okay. Okay. All right. You know, I'm going to keep playing just at the $9 range and just keep going. And if we get behind, that's okay. Anyway, joined the Army at 17. That was at the end of my junior year. They called it split training, where you go and you do basic training between your junior and your senior year, and then you finish out your senior year and you come back after your senior year. And ever since my junior year, when I shaved my head all the way down, since that day I was 17. Now I'm 52. Long time ago, I have never, ever had my hair beyond this, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And then I got my shit together. Took me a little while to finish college. It took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. I should be a fucking doctor, right? But I'm not. Anyway, but I'm not complaining. I've done well for myself. I was working my way through college. I didn't take any loans, and I was driving all the way back up about an hour and a half to my work every day and then going back down to go to work. And I finished work and I really needed to get back because I had some homework, which was pretty foreign to me because I don't really do homework. And I'm hauling ass and I get pulled over by a state trooper. And I also had a concealed weapon, but I had a permit, luckily. He pulls over and he says, "Do you have a gun on you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I had it all legal. I put it out there. He took it out. We started shooting the shit and became good friends. And he's like, "Hey, have you ever thought about being a state trooper?" And I said, "No, but man, I mean, I was in the military and I love guns. And you know what? I was in a lot of trouble, so I know, I know how, I know how a criminal mind works." He's like, "Man, you should apply. It's pretty rough. There's 4,000 applicants for 30 jobs at the time." So I didn't think I had a chance in hell, but passed the physical with flying colors, passed the interviews, did great. And the one thing that I learned from that is, because you had these panel interviews, there was like 6 captains up there interviewing like 8 candidates at a time, and they'd ask the first question and then go down the line, and you'd have the same question that yokel in front of you or the 5 other guys had in front of you, and you didn't want to sound repetitive. And the one thing I learned was that whatever your answer is, if that's what you believe, don't pander and try to figure out what that other person in a situation like this, when they're trying to figure out your values, your morals, and stuff like that. I think the more important thing is when you give your answer, have a solid reason why that's your answer. Don't waffle, don't go back and forth, don't be a politician. So I gave my legit answers to these. Some of them were really tough, and I know what they wanted to hear, but I stuck with mine, and I think they liked that. They knew, that's not necessarily, that doesn't define me because of my answer. Like one was, what if you're at a party and you're there and one of your best friends pulls out a joint and starts smoking it, right? Now, inside my head, I'm thinking BFD, right? Who cares? But I know the answer they wanted, which was, the law is a law and you have a right to, fuck that. So my answer was, I would probably just leave and get out of the situation so that I wasn't part of it. And then they grilled me on that and was like, "So you wouldn't uphold the law? You wouldn't?" Then I said, "You know what? These are good friends of mine. I'm in their house. I'm doing that. The best thing I can do is step away from that and then later try to talk to my friend and consult him about the bad stuff about doing drugs, blah, 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 blah." Okay, that was our first loss in a while. So I feel pretty good about that. Would have been awesome if we were doing 135 bets, but you can't think that way. Anyway, they liked the answer, became a state trooper. That was a whole amazing experience. But the problem with that is after years, you are who you hang out with, right? So you're hanging around with a bunch of pedophiles and wife beaters and scumbags, drug users, thieves. And before long, I got to tell you, my language was worse than any of theirs. I think every third word was the F word. You know what? We're going to stay high because it's only $18. You know what? We're not going to stay high. We're going to do our thing. I got to remember low and slow. Anyway, it was an amazing experience. And then this was this was 20 years ago, and they had sent me to Eastern Oregon, and I live on Western Oregon side, my family, and I learned that my father got Parkinson's disease, and I tried to put a hardship transfer in to come back to this area because I wanted to be around my dad, and they denied me. So finally, I just decided it was more important to have those years with my dad before he became incapacitated, and I'm super glad he did. So anyway, came back to Portland, and it was, where life takes you, it's just the best thing. Sometimes it feels like shit. Sometimes it looks like shit, but keep moving forward and it turns out great. And it turned out great. Okay. All right, there's a loss. Oh, were we doing? No, we weren't supposed to even be doing that one, so that's why we lost, but that's all right. I don't want to be doing that one. Let's go back to this one. Oh, my daughter's home. 1 second, folks. All right.
Oh.
The prodigal daughter returns, and I lose right when she comes in. I knew there was a reason we started losing.
I know, I'm bad luck.
So this is my kid, and no one has gambled with me over the years more than this girl has. We have lost some serious money at times.
Good parenting.
Good parenting. Fiscal responsibility is what I told them earlier that it was about.
Yeah.
But we've come out of some serious holes, right?
Yes, we have.
We have.
Yep.
Yep. Remember in December, we went to the VIP room, the high limit single zero room, and I put $5,000 on the table. How many spins did we do with $5,000 that we won? Do you remember?
2.
No.
1.
No.
3.
See? That's legit. 3. We run 3. And then what? How much did I put on the fourth time?
I thought...
I did $5,000 for 3 spins, $1,000 5 double streets.
Oh, that's right.
And then the last one, how much did I put down on the last one?
Did you do 500?
I did 500 and
Lost
it. It rolled a 34. But I was like, oh my God, that could have been one of the 5,000 ones. Yeah. So anyway, she's home. I'm happy to see you.
Hi.
I'll come talk to you in a bit.
Okay.
Grandma Dee and Grandpa Charlie downstairs.
Okay.
So go ahead and go on and say hi to them.
Oh.
Pardon the family interruption, everybody. It's as real as it gets around here.
Is there food around here?
We pick up soybean at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Is there? She comes in and says, "Is there food around here?" Kids. Okay, we're only down $3 from a high. You know, we're doing really well. I'm really tempted to go. Look at this, 21 and 6. That's a $72 bet. I'm tempted to get back up to the 135 and spin a little bit. I know. You're right. Let's finish this and take a break. Get back to respecting the system. Oh, gosh darn. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. And angry spaghetti, good luck. Okay. Ah, how the pendulum swings, and it's coming back our way. I can feel it. There we go, there we go. You know what was funny? I told you I had been taking her to the local casinos and even Vegas well before she was 21, right? Personally, I think that's ridiculous. I joined the Army when I was 17. If you can fight for this fucking country, you can smoke a cigarette, you can drink beer, you can gamble. Sorry, I'm a little bit passionate about that one. Anyway, what was funny is for all those years, she was never stopped, never carded, and she's got a pretty baby face. She was never any of that. On her 21st birthday, you know, I'm like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And she's like, I want to go to the casino legally and order a drink legally. And I'm like, All right. So we go to the casino. All right, we're up at 228. We go to the casino, and just as we get into the casino, we're walking through to go to one side, and then there's the bar over there. And one of the security guys stops her and cards her that time. The first time ever, and it was on her 21st birthday. That was amazing. See, those are stories. She's going to have stories to remember her pop by. But I got to brag. She was valedictorian of her high school. She's never had anything less than a 4.0 GPA. She's finishing college well ahead of time. She's got her commercial flight license. She's going to finish up her certified flight instructor coming up. Ah, there's a loss, dang it. I mean, all by 22? I told you it took me 7 years just to get my bachelor's degree. She goes to work for one of the airlines here after she gets a few more hours. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Okay, that's the end of my bragging. Actually, when she was in high school, so when she was in high school, I've been working from home for a long, long time, or I had flexible schedule, and I'd be like, hey, it's Friday. I'll write you a note to get out of here. But being the responsible student she was, she'd be like, no, Dad, I got to study. I want to go to class because I have some questions for the teacher. And I'm like, whose child are you? I was forging my parents' signature when I was in high school. And here I'm offering it for you to get out, and you're refusing. I'm like, that's incredulous to me. All right, let's see if we can get back and get a couple more and get back to even, which would put us at 200 some, and I should probably stop. I mean, in addition, I'm just super excited to see her. 228. I'm going to stop there, even though I feel like we're on a good run and we could keep going even after these couple stair steps. We're going to pause this thing, come back and do another, hopefully quick session. And so 25 and 8, 33. We were on for about 33 minutes and made $228. Not bad at all. We're climbing back. See you in a bit. All right, let's pick up where we left off and see if we can do any better, huh? Let's go 9th Street reverse this time. We had luck with that last time. Let's see if we can do any better. More better. All right, going for, let's see if we can't get up to 400. All right, come on, next stop 400. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Good plans for the weekend. Starting off well there, yeah. All right. I'm going to enjoy my daughter being home for 2 nights. Make that surf and turf dinner tomorrow night. And then it's Sunday. Just relax. And I will read up on Discord and see what we can do about that. All right, going back, let's see if we can get some lucks. We're left off at 25 and 8. All right. Oh, we were just getting going. I am going to wait for 2 spins. I'll pause it real quick and we'll be back. Okay, let's see. We let him roll. Was that 4 rolls? He's kind of all over. 2nd Street, 1st Street of the dozen, 4th Street of the dozen. So let's just stick where we were at. We'll do reverse. Reverse has been good to us. Reverse has been good to us. All right. 400 is our goal, and if we can get every dollar over that, saves us on our next $200 increment. So let's go. Let's go. All right. Okay, doing well, doing well. This is good because you saw me, got my ass kicked on 5 double streets twice in a row. Whew, that's a rough one. On this version, so ups and downs. Got to ride it out. Don't get too flustered and get crazy. Okay, look at that. We're there, 408. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down because we've got there relatively quickly, and I'm going to go $9. A couple spins for $3, and just build it up and give us a little head start on our next $200 increment. And it's okay if we win on these and you go, I could have had $45 or $135 down. It's okay, because when we lose, we're like, thank goodness. All right, let's go. I'm curious when you go into a real, in-person casino to play roulette, everybody seems to have a little bit different of a favorite place to play, right? I mean, generally the money seat is on the long stretch, sitting right in front of this second dozen, right? And the red and black, you're sitting right here, because then you can reach the whole table. I know some people that like sitting in this first pole position right here in front of the first dozen. They like to look at the wheel. As I told you earlier, I don't like looking at the wheel because you see just how close you came to losing, and it kind of freaks you out. Personally, I like sitting here in the middle because I can get to all these street bets, but, or I should say, and I like this far corner by the 36. Some tables at some casinos allow you to stand actually on the dealer side a little bit. They put the rope right here in front of the 30, and they allow you to stand in front of the 30, 36. That's my ideal position. That's where I love to be the most, because I can reach the 4, 7, 10, or at a minimum, it's easy to ask the dealer to place 4, 7, 10 streets. And if you're with good dealers, which most of them are pretty decent, they may not be happy, but some of them are grumpy, and they've been there for a long time. Once they know that you're playing this same thing quite a bit, they will literally, you can just toss them 3 units and they'll place them for you. But I'm not even going to double up on this. Yeah, we are. But over here, the advantage of 33 and 36 versus these positions in front of the 1-to-1 outside bets, when you're seated here or standing here at these spots and the table starts getting crowded, the first place they go is this front area between the 10 and the 13 and say the 25 and 28. This is where all the people start coming in and pushing in and want to place their bets, and they'll say, hey, can I get by you and push a bet? Now, if it stopped at that, if people were good enough at that, I wouldn't have an issue with it. However, that's not where they stop. So you're sitting here and they'll be, hey, can I get by you? I just want to place a bet. So maybe you move to the side and you step back or whatever, and then they step forward, they place their bets, and then guess what? They don't move. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. And the thing about you got to be careful is a lot of these folks, they're drunk, they're with their friends. I mean, I've seen some pretty out of hand situations get when these morons who cannot handle their alcohol and are mean drunks, they get in there. It's just, man, it just ruins the table vibe. All right, we're doing well. We're doing well. Look at that, 9 and 33. We'll take that. A couple more wins, we'd be at a 4-to-1 ratio. We're above 3-to-1. So anyway, if you're new to playing on the actual table, just be aware there is table etiquette, you know. So don't push in, ask. Usually these three players right here in front of the first 12, second 12, and third 12, they'll normally make room for people to come in. As such, if you're one of those people that come in, realize that they just made room for you. They may have been there for a long time. Be grateful for getting that spot and share it with them. Don't start pushing over into a more desirable place that you think there is. That's just rude. Now, this person here gets up and leaves. Yeah, slide over to wherever you want to go. You know, at the same token, if you're one of these people sitting here, realize people need to get to the table as well. And, you know, accommodate them, move over. We don't need to take up this big, huge space. You don't need to have your elbows resting out. Just, you know, move over. In general, I've met some of the greatest people that I've ever met in my life at the roulette table. I really have. And you can instantly tell when you're at a table. I mean, it makes a difference. It makes all the difference in your evening if you're at a table with fun people. When you're at people that don't take things seriously, you know, they are fun. They're joking around. They're happy when you win, even if they lose. Those are my kind of people. My kind of people. They treat the dealer well. They don't condescend to the dealer. You know. Be respectful. Treat service people respectfully. Listen, a lot of them have to deal with a lot of shit. Servers, the crap they probably have to put up with. On their feet, walking around all day. Okay, look at this. 423, isn't that where we left off last time? I'm going to go to 430. I'd like to get to 430, and then we're going to call it. And that's okay that we could have been betting 135. I mean, we're on a run here. I'm going to respect the system now. Because we're in a little bit of a hole. In order to get out of it and protect our bankroll moving forward until I can get our coffer back up. Until we get this back up around 5,000-ish. 45, 5,000. We're going to play a little bit of a slow roll every day. I would like to, some days, if we get a little bit extra beyond the extra, play some of these other strategies that we haven't tried out yet. You know, at the end of the day, I mean, we had a disaster this morning. Doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter what you're playing. You can, no matter how good you think it is, you can have a disaster. So don't sweat it out there if you're like, I'd rather play this way, I'd rather play that way. You know, if it's working for you. Some of the dealers that I do not appreciate, though, is you'll be playing your way, and they'll look at you, and they'll condescend and say, that's not a very good way to play. Now, if I'm brand new, I appreciate the advice. If they're like, hey, you can do this, totally grateful for that, or for like advice on how to do this. But if I'm playing a system, and you've seen me play there a lot, I understand if I'm going to play 5 double streets, I understand it's a 1-to-5 payout ratio. I get it's a super high coverage, low payout. I understand that. You know? Same thing if I'm going to just play red or black or columns. I don't know about any of you. It always seems like I look at the history of the board and I'm like, oh my gosh, that table is crushing it with the numbers. As soon as I fucking sit down, it goes to shit. I swear that happens like 90% of the time. Even if I were to have fun playing the outside bets like red, black, you look at a table and it's all reds and 3 blacks on the history board, then you sit down, next thing you know, it's solid, you know, it's choppy then. Black, red, you know. I don't know. All right, where are we at? 432. Okay. It's a good breaking period. I'll just do this last spin. That'll get us to 435 for those with OCD. And we'll call it a break. And when we come back, our next stop will be 600. If I have a little bit more time and we're doing well, maybe I'll even go down to slow rolls, but we'll push it with maybe $45 bet, $15 profits, and we'll see if we can, crank that up a little bit. It would truly be epic if we can get out of, about $1,000, knock off about $1,000 off of this deficit today. And let's see where we ended up after this spin real quick. Okay, there's a loss. Where does that put us? 423. Of course, right? That was our last spin. And we lose. It's just how the universe works. Expect it, accept it. Okay, come on, Fenor. Show me the money. Come on now. Come on now. All right. So back at the base bet, we need 2 wins now. Two wins, and we're out. Couple of other things for those of you that are completely new to roulette. I mean, completely new. So if you've been playing, just tune this stuff out. I just try to throw in some stuff that new players need to know. One, when you sit down at a table and they have these different colored chips, red, yellow, blue, or not red, but blue, yellow, green. All right, there we are, one more win. Those are specific to that table. So when you give them $20 and say, you give them $20 and you say ones, please, and they give you 20 ones, $21 chips of some color, you cannot take off with those chips and go to the cashier and cash them in. And the reason that is because when you give them $20 and you say $1, they put that color chip on the side here in this little slot thing, and they put a value on that chip. So when you cash it in, they know how much those chips are worth, because someone could easily come up and say, here's $1, give me nickels, which are $5 chips, right? If it were only $20, oh my goodness. Universe is saying, we love you so much, we don't want you to leave. Anyway, if you were to come with $20 and say I want nickels, most likely the dealer, if there's not too many people or someone already playing it, they'll give you what's called value nickels, which will say $5, and it's a red chip, and you can take that anywhere you want. You don't have to cash that back in. You can take off with it. Same thing with quarters, $25 chips, quarters. Those, if they give you the green chips that say 25 on them, those are house chips. Means you can go anywhere you want, value chips. If you ask for a $100 one chip, nice. If you ask for $100 and say, give me a black, okay, we're back. Ran out of disk space again. I guess I'm not realizing just how damn big these videos are. I had put it on a secondary drive that was like 500 gig, and a couple days, and I ran out of disk space already. All right, what's that, 28? Where are we? Where do we left off? 420. So we're gonna have to reverse. Anyway, all I'm saying is, understand that the brightly colored chips, if they don't have a dollar amount, an actual dollar sign with a dollar amount, you have to turn them back into that table before you leave. Okay? People walk off all the time. I see it. They walk off all the time. And the problem is, when they come back, several hours later, someone already has that color again, and they've already put a different value on it. A lot of tables will only give you a $1 value for it, and maybe it was $5. So just be careful. Oh, this is our good luck guy. This is our good luck guy. So we're going to stick with him. Okay, come on. I think we were trying to get to 425, right? Let's see how well our good luck guy's doing for us. If we lose this, then all we're going to do is come back to 400 and call it. Actually, I should probably call it no matter what, right? That's what we're doing these days. It's playing it safe and not chasing. So we already at our goal. So we're going to hit this, get to a nice even number for our OCD friends, or a nice rounded number. Okay, what is that? 414. We need $1. Here we go. Let's go with 2 dozen. Oops. Can't believe this whole time. And you know why I didn't do the click and drag? Because on Bet Online, you can't do the click and drag. And I used to play Bet Online, strictly Bet Online, and until I moved over here. Okay. We need $1, right? Okay. Come on, give us a high number. There we go. There's our $1. We're gonna take it. 415, and we're gonna run. I'm gonna pause it, go down and visit with my daughter and my folks, see how they're doing, give my dad his pills, and we will be back. All right, cheers. Hey everyone, got my boy back. This is Soybean. Say hi, Soybean. Still has his bandage where he had his IV. It's good to have my boy back. Now I can fully concentrate. $2,000 vet bill. That's all right, he's worth it. All right, let's roll. Let's next stop, $600. We're at 415. Let's do this. Let's go. Maximize screen up. Okay. Let's see. What do we look like? 35.22. You know, reverse has been really good to us, so I'm just going to stick with reverse right now. Next bin. All right, 415. Next one. $185 is our target right now. 13. That would have been a loss. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I just now got to reading some of the newest comments, and some of you are just spot on. I love it. I love it. You're spot on. So I'm trying to respond to it. The YouTube channel admin page where it will show all the comments, it sucks. Because I'll read through there, and it says these are all the ones that have not been commented on. And I know I've commented on those. So if you don't get me to if I don't respond to you, it's not intentional. Or if I respond to you twice, it's because I don't know, because it's somehow it's not catching it. Anyway, I try to go through every evening. Okay. I try to go through every evening, but man, there's a lot going. So, but I appreciate you taking the time to do so. It means a lot. I'm still blown away, even though this is a small fish channel, right? I think I have like 2,600 subscribers compared to some of the other, roulette channels that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Honestly, when I started this thing, I was like, I'm going to have like 5 or 6 people, watching this. I was not prepared for the support and the outpouring that you have all brought. So thank you. I am going to get a better microphone. And my daughter was like, you got to get a ring light. I'm like, okay, I'll get a ring light. I said, people are mostly interested in the wheel, not how I look. Ooh. Maybe we're being stubborn with the reverse. No, maybe we go. I'm going to go reverse one more time. Anyway, so she's like, I'll help you, Dad. We'll get on Amazon and find the right stuff. I think the microphone's okay. Sounds a little tinny, I get it. $24. Had like 4,000 positive reviews, 4.5-star reviews. But maybe that's because they were all for like kids playing, 12-year-olds playing video games. Who knows? All right, let's go. See if we can grind some of this back today. Oof. Look at that steep cliff. Mofo. Going to take a break. There's 2 consecutive losses. All right. We're going to pause and I'm going to let it go a couple spins and decide if we're going to chase it or if we're going to grind it. I think we have the bankroll. I think at some point I'm going to just, like I did yesterday, and I could lose, but I have the bankroll, and that was my intentions of this all along, to play like I have for the last 15 years. So this doesn't feel, realistically, with the size of bankroll I have, the 2 losses here aren't that big of a deal comparatively. But I'm going to take a break. I'll be back, and we'll see how we hit it. Okay, we're back. Took a nice hot shower. We're motivated, ready to get back into it. All right. We're going to start back with a 135 bet, not 540. We're going to see if we can get a couple wins in here. I'm going to go 134. Oh, you know something? There was a lot of questions I haven't responded to because I'm responding to most of your comments on my phone, and it just takes a long time, and these were a little bit more in depth. But the question has come up multiple times. If we're covering 73% of the board, how is it that the house has the edge? Because we have a 73% chance of winning, right? Look at that. Mother. So the answer to that is this. And I'm sure someone could describe it a lot better, but if I were to describe it for you in the easiest way possible, sure, we're covering 73% of the board. That piece alone is not where the house has the edge. Where the house claims its edge is in the payout, right? Because remember this, we need a 3-to-1 ratio, right? For every loss at that same bet amount, we have to win 3 times just to break even, okay? If you remember, our odds are a little bit less than winning 3-to-1 because we're only at 73%, not 75% of the board. So the way that they're getting their edge is A, we have to win 3 times to make back our 1, which is slightly more than the amount we're covering or our odds of winning. Number 2, the payouts. The payouts are lower. The more you cover, the less they do a payout on. So you cover those 2 pieces together and the house has that edge. So it's not that we're covering 73, it's that they're paying us less than what we put on the board. If we were covering 73% of the board or even 80% of the board and they were paying us 1-to-1, yeah, they'd go out of business because they would have no edge in that case. But we have to win 3 times to make up 1 loss, and we're slated to win just slightly less than 3 times. Okay. We're up a hundy. I'm going to keep it at 270 again. So let's see if we can get on a little track here. Hopefully that explains it. If someone out there has an easier way to explain it, it makes complete sense in my head, but maybe I did not explain it right. It's basically the house edge comes in, how many times, the ratio that you'd have to win, but the payout is significantly smaller versus what you're risking. That's where the edge comes in. Okay, look at that. Another 90. $190. I'm going to drop down to 135. This will keep us in positive territory. Be another $45 win. Our highest point was what? 4. Yeah, we're supposed to be going up to 600, right? Today, if we just break, I can leave it. I'm satisfied with like literally closing the door right now. It's Friday and stopping, but I'm going to grind a little longer and see if we can't get on a lucky run. I've accepted the loss. It's okay. Today was an absolutely bloodbath, and I like it in the fact that if we can survive this, then we're gonna, we're gonna be okay. So we're doing okay. We're a long ways from where we need to, a long ways from home. Anyway, okay, let's see what we can get. Sorry, I had to respond to some text here. We're making a trek back. We're making a trek back. There we go. There we go. Let's keep it rolling. This is the time that I start craving to place the bets higher, right? And when it works, you're like, I'm fucking brilliant. And when it doesn't, you're like, you're such an idiot. So let's go. I mean, I was in my head, I was thinking if we get to 270 up, I would flip the bet back up to 270 because we could afford the loss and still be slightly above water at this point from this graph. There we go. Okay. 325 already. Hey, we're rolling. We're rolling. This is great. But it kind of sucks because, right, we're having to play so much to get past those losses. Okay. These are times you think, oh man, if I just bet 540 and then 1080. All right, 370. Gosh. See, this is where I'm going high again. I thought we were higher than 370, but no, it's probably right. All right, one more of these and we will at least break the $400 plane, which was the last session. And we will hopefully get on track to get it back up to 6. And to make it a little bit fun, because today's been such a hot mess shit show, maybe I'll take a chance if we make enough money and get up there to throw a little bit bigger bet in there. I'm not talking crazy big, but maybe I move up the base bet to 270 instead of 135. I hate doing that, so I probably won't. Sorry to get your hopes up. I'm excited about the Discord channel to see what happens with that. Another thing that I'm just super unfamiliar with and how that'll work. Hopefully people will be able to answer each other's questions and we get some really knowledgeable roulette players in there to, help and guide the others that have questions. Oof, that was a close one, huh? Okay, 460, nice. All right, we are matching our peak there when we just came back. Or just before the break where we went up and then fell hard. So we're back up at 460. So we're 140 away from our next target. We haven't actually been playing all that long. So at the end of the sessions, I look back and go, it really isn't that long to make $200 some. So chipping away. I know some folks at the tables, they bet the racetrack, which is this bottom left down here, right? Call that the racetrack. And it's the wheel layout. For those of you who aren't familiar, you can bet, you see how it highlights? It's highlighting half of them. And this right here, plus or minus 9, tells me whatever number I'm highlighted on, how many to the left and how many to the right do you want me to be? So if we take this down to 3, well, it's not, I'll show you. When I highlight, now it'll only be a couple on the left and a 3 on the right, right? Because we have it, this number right here is 3. That's just how this one works. And then there's special bets that say, do you want to do the red snake? The red snake is 1, 5, 9, 12, 14, 16, 19, 23, 27, 30, 32, 34. You see this up and down snake pattern. 550. One more win, and then a couple very small wins, and we're past our 600 mark, just like that. So we pulled it out. That break with the shower, it was nice. We probably would have had the same outcome anyway, I'm confident, but the break slowed me down and made me refocus so I didn't start betting big. 540, 1080. That break is good. All right, let's see where we're at. Come on, help us out. Get us all there. Yeah, curses. We had a pretty good string, so it should be expected, right? Oh, I was going to highlight here. See, I highlight the 9 down there, or the 18, and there's only 3 to the right and 3 to the left here. So, yeah, you can bet those neighbors. There's all sorts of terminology, cousins, neighbors, you know, I don't, orphans, tiers, zeros. So I don't play that way, but if you want, I know some people that do pretty well, and it's the same. They bet one side, all 18 numbers on one side of the wheel. All right, there we go. And that's fine. That's the same as, when you do that, in my head, it's the same as betting 1 to 18, even, red, black, odd, or 1936. Those also cover 18 numbers. There's a little known fact that some players don't know. A lot of players, they'll pick a color, and then they will also pick numbers inside by those colors. So just so you know, when you pick odd, if you pick odd and you're going to play a color and odd, or I'm sorry, if you're going to play one color and one of the even or odds, odd and red work together best because there's more red odds than there are black odds. So you're not working against yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, look, we caught back up. New dealer. I like this guy. He kicked our ass last time, so I'm going to sit out 2 spins, and you know what? I'm just going to go like this, $9, so we're not actually sitting out, but if we lose, it's no big deal. Anyway, back to that. If you like betting on the odd and a color at the same time, odd and red, to me, is your best option because it works against you the least, because you have the most reds. There's more odds reds than there are even reds. If you're going to go even and black. Same thing in reverse. There's more black even numbers than there are odd numbers. So some people play it where they put 5 on odd and 5 on red, or 5 on odd and 5 on black. And so the other, I was at the casino a couple weeks ago, and we would have won on either one of those numbers. And I showed him, and we were counting, and I said, this is how it works. And he was like, oh, that was awesome. Whether he won any more or less, I don't know. He had no idea what he was doing. That's where the casino really makes their money. And let's be honest, most of the people that go to the casino, they're there for fun, right? They're there with their friends, their girlfriends, their wives, whatever. They're by themselves. They're having some drinks, they're having a good time. They literally expect to lose the money that they brought into the casino. And that's totally cool. If that's your expense, if that's your good time, same thing happens when you go out to dinner, right? You're not walking away with money. All right, look at that, $5.98. We're $2 away. We're gonna go 9th Street reverse. That'll give us $3. And then I'm gonna just grind up slowly from there with small bets and see if we can't get ahead a little bit on the last session. If there's a last session, we might go out to dinner. I might get one when I come home tonight. Actually, I will. I'm gonna get at least 1 or 2 more sessions in. This will take us up to 6. So if I get 2 more successful sessions in, we'll be at $1,000 up, and that'll be nice. That'll pare back the, I don't even remember how much the loss was on the first time, if it was like 800 or 600. Okay, we hit our 601. That's nice. Let's keep it going. We're just gonna keep this low $3 bet for a couple more spins. I would love to get up to 615 or something. It just gives us that, just gives me a little extra boost. It's kind of like when I'm working out, and I know I need to work on these certain days for these certain body parts, and sometimes even if I worked out that day, late at night, I'll go, I'm gonna go get my workout in now so that I don't have to do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I go, I'm gonna do the next day now so I don't have to do the next day. You really have just shifted your whole workout regime back one day and you're not getting anywhere. All right, let's go. 10, that's another winner. Shazam. What do you guys think? Should we go up to $45 bets? I think so. 9th Street reverse 45s. Let's see if we can keep this going. Apologies for being on my phone, but there was a couple important texts I was waiting for, so I try really hard not to be on my phone while we're doing this. That's rude. Or I just feel like it's rude. I mean, you guys can do it because I can't see you. And it's not live by the time you see this. 32, look at that. Someone down here said, AOB, we're rooting for you. All on black number 4. Okay. 619. We're pushing our luck right now, right? This is what we've done in the past. Get up here and then all of a sudden you crash. So I'm not going to push it too much more. But I will get us to an even interval of 5. Oh, see? Let's go. Let's go. That's not bad. We won quite a few with this guy right in a row, right? So we're just slightly above our 3-to-1 ratio that we need, which is nice. Okay, what do we got here? Oh no, son of a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna stick through. I'm gonna stick through. And I'm gonna stay on these same streets. Coach Mustache. Coach Mustache. That's funny. I love seeing some of the player names. Come on now. Unbelievable. Let's go. We're going to crank through it. We're going to crank through it. I'm not going to take the break. We are betting 360. That would put us $54 in the hole. If we go in the hole, I'm going to bring us back up just above 0, and I'm going to dinner. Come on, my man. Come on, my man. Oh, fuck. Unreal. Unreal. Oh, well. That's how it goes. We were risking it. I was risking it. Okay, we're just going to get back that 56, get back a little bit, and then come back strong after dinner. That's a risk. We were up at our 600. Yep. Could have easily walked away, but I'm okay with this because I'm having fun and I want you guys to see what can happen. I really do. If we were tight on our surplus bankroll, I would absolutely not be doing this, but we're in a really good place. Wow. That's 5 losses in a row. Unreal. Unreal. Double up. Let's see what happens. 5 losses in a row. So anybody out there telling you, yeah, you're not going to get 5 losses. Oh, it happens. It happens. And we're doing exactly what you shouldn't be doing. So don't do this. Unless, of course, you have a nice profit that you're willing to get rid of. If you're up and you're having fun, I say go for it. Okay, come on. Or was that 4 losses in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay, finally a win. Where does that get us? Okay, my cat now just walked in front of my screen. Not my boy, but my little girl. Go sit down, not there. Not there, keep going. Yeah, that's a warm laptop, sit on that. Whew. Karma, man. For every great day, you gotta have one of these every couple, right? Keeps you on your toes. Keeps you on your toes. Come on now. We're betting $270 for a $90 win. That would get us down $11 below bubble. Okay, there we are. $11 down. And let's go back down to 135. Don't risk unnecessarily just to get us above water. I could see how this would be fun live with people chatting in, because then I would be like, all right, what do you think? You know, should we go for it? Should we hold? Should we grind it back with really small bets and just try to get back up? I think most of our inclination, right? We kind of lean towards get it back, get it all back at once. And that's where we crash and burn. I'm just as guilty of that. Okay, we're above water. We're at 34. I haven't heard the yell to go to dinner yet, so I'm going to keep going. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try, what are we betting, 135? Never mind. I was going to say, I thought for a second we were betting 45, that I would get up to 135, then push my bet up to 135. And then when we got to 270, push my bet up to 270. We're just going to crank this way for a second. I would really love to throw a 1080 bet down, which is double, 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 4th double tier. We're not going to do it. We lost enough today. Okay, there's a win. Where were these wins when we were 1 win away, Pally? Know what I mean? Okay. Could also play 27 numbers, my chosen numbers. How would have those worked? Win, win, lose, win, lose. No, that's a win. 14's a win. No, 14's a lose. Lose. Never mind. My least favorite numbers were all hitting in here in the last 8 spins. I've already expressed 0. Okay. Expect it. Accept it. I'm expecting it now. I'm having a harder time accepting it. I'm definitely expecting it though. Okay, there we go. And back down to 135. Right? We only lost one there, yeah. Okay, we'll go back down to 135. I was really tempted to keep it at 270 to get us back to even from that loss from 79 and get us up a little bit more. But with the day we're having, if we were really rolling this last session, I would do it. But we have had an exceptionally poor day, and my betting of risking some higher ones in order to get back just did not pay off today. So you can either call those poor choices. I was okay living with the loss. Not to say I liked it, but I was okay living with it. Okay, there we go. We're back even, $79. So we're gonna see if this is a win two, lose one, win two, lose one. It's weird. You get in those sometimes and it lasts for about win two, lose one, sometimes 3 or 4 of those complete cycles. So I'm hoping we don't get into that. If I didn't feel like we were into that, I would, right there I was planning on betting a little bit higher, maybe going even up to 540. Okay, come on, give us some good runs. There we go. There we go. So we got out of that ceiling. Next ceiling. Man, this is going to be another long video, isn't it? I think you all know by now, if you open up the day's video and it's like 2 hours, you can literally just skip all the way to like the last 5 minutes to see where we're at. See how the shit show ended. Come on now. Okay. That's 3 in a row. Let's see if we can get a few more. We haven't typically been winning more than 3 in a row. Nice, there's 4. Okay, all right, we're making a little bit of a comeback here. I was willing to accept 0 just a little while ago. We're up 169. And the good news is, no matter what, when we were up here 604 or 619, if I had stopped playing then, I'd be sitting around waiting for everybody to get ready to go out for a late dinner. And I'd be bored. And you know what I'd be thinking about? Playing this. I mean, I got other things to do too, but I'm tired. It's Friday. Oh, there's a loss. Okay, there's our first loss in a few spins. Let's keep going. So that was at least 3-1. Win 3, lose 1. So that gets us incrementally higher, this stair stepping at least that you see over here. Okay, let's go. Come on, Dexter. We like it. We like it. We're going to go back down to 135 and see if we can get a couple more. I know quite a few people have written in and said, if you don't waste your time, roulette players, you're fools. If you want to make money, go to blackjack. Or, and I think I said this in my first video, baccarat has like the best house odds. I believe blackjack is right in there, close second. But I tell you what, every time I play blackjack, I get my ass handed to me, number one. And I follow the basic rules of the blackjack and when you're supposed to hit, when you're not supposed to. That's supposed to give you the best possible chances of winning. Ugh. When's the last time we hit? Over here, that was a 10. 9th Street. Okay, now we got to stay at the 270. Anyway, as I was saying, so I don't prefer blackjack, and baccarat, I'm sorry, that is just so damn boring. If you don't know what baccarat is, the dealer is playing two hands. One is the dealer's hand and one's the player hand. And basically at the beginning of the game, before the game even starts, you're just betting on which hand you think it's going to be. That's it. There's a couple side bets you can play on, dragon, for if the cards have a certain combination. But for the most part, that's it. You're betting on, will it have a certain number? Or which hand will win, I should say. And I kind of described it. I think, yeah, I was telling you it's similar to blackjack. New dealer. I'm going to hold off on this. I'll pause and come back in 2 spins. Anyway, to me, that's why roulette and craps are the most exciting, because you can play many different ways. I don't give a shit if you tell us that, yeah, it doesn't matter how you play, you're going to lose. At least you have the option of playing different ways and trying different things. Blackjack, what? Hit? Stay? Split? Nah, not for me. All right, I'll be back in a few. Okay, we're back. The dinner bell has rung. I'm going to be a little crazy. We're going to go with 1,080 bet. And then we're going to call it a night either way. So we will have either chopped off about $2,800 today of our reserve, which leaves us around $2,000 of surplus, and I'm totally okay with that. That's much higher surplus than I expected to have. Yes. Booyah! All right, so we weren't at the 600, but we got above where we started at. So I'm happy with that. Everybody have a good night. When I get back, I may or may not play a little bit more and try to get us back up, because I would love to breach the $1,000 mark, but it's going to be pretty tough. Otherwise, I'll just post this. Hang in there. Expect it, accept it, and most importantly, have fun. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Okay. Back for the late evening session again. So let's see. Let me get my bet down first. And we'll see what we can do. So that's where we left off. Our balance right now, well, we were up to 619, so we're going to try to get to that threshold. I would like to very much, if we look at our chart right now, as of right now, we're down 1488. So I would love to get 488 and get that down to an even 1,000 loss for the day. And that's okay, because flipping it, I'll show you. I hate to flip back and forth on you so much. All right. If we go back here, our balance right now is, we have a surplus above our daily goal of 3,207, and our average daily still remains 567. That's kicking ass. And I gotta tell you what, anybody that says after today's session that I'm only showing the winning good times, oh, today was brutal, wasn't it? At the same time, it was damn fun. So, can't beat that. If you're losing, oof. We had it rough with zero. I caught more zeros today than I've had in a long time. All right, look at that. Come on now. Top of the leaderboard there. See if we can get going. I totally love reading the success stories that you all are posting on the video messages, and I can't wait to get Discord set up so we can do it more seamlessly without having to go through each video to look for the comments. But you're kicking ass. Totally love it. You actually inspire me, and when I read about your patience and your self-control, it helps me. I could definitely use a little of that. 32 again. 30, 32, 32. And we'll take it. So, we're creeping back up there. High of, what was it, 660? Come on, you brat. 619. High of 619. Okay. We're going to blow right past that 619 and moving on up to a deluxe apartment. Anyway. Okay, where are we at? All right, all right, all right. So we've had quite a few wins here. Not a bad idea to switch streets. Let's try that 9th Street reverse. Let's go reverse. Now we're going to stay here for one more spin. Watch, it'll hit the streets that I went, see, I should have gone the other way. But we just hit 25, which was one of the first, is the first street in the third dozen. Let's go, come on. Okay, we'll take 21. All right, 664. Let's keep it. Let's get a run here. This is what we need. These are like those good days, except we need this at the very beginning. And truth be told, I kind of, we kind of did have this at the beginning, and I effed that up. And you know what? I'll probably play the same way tomorrow and the day after and day after. As long as we have a healthy surplus, I want you to see it all. I want you to see what happens, the good and the bad. Once our surplus gets down to around 1,000, then you'll see me go to full tortoise. All right, 709. Look at that. Woot, woot. Let's see, how many have we have in a row here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, no, wait. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wins in a row. Nice, nice, nice. There seems to be some confusion. I see some people posting like they're unable to, you can only play 27 numbers. Very true. On this live roulette table, you can only play 27 numbers, and the bet limits are much smaller. On the other table that I got my ass kicked at on the 5 double streets, that you can play it any way you want. Look at that one. Good thing we stuck with where we were at. Anyway, you can play any way you want. Has way higher table limits. Why they do that, I have no idea. Someone would have to explain the logic to me, why they make the rules on that table different. I don't know if it's because a different company is managing these. I don't know how it works. But it would be nice if they just all had the same as that other table. Okay, so far so good. 7 in a row. Let's make it 20 in a row. That would be unprecedented. Anyway, as I was saying, I love hearing you guys' success stories. Thanks. Keep it on going. Keep it on going. 17 again. Seems to be some repeaters. Look at this. 1, 1, 22, or 32, 32, 17, 17. Another one. We're at almost $800. So even though we had a setback from our last session, which we should have ended at 600, we blew past that, and we're already on to the next marker that we were aiming for per session, $200. So my goal is to get to where this number, our negative number, is 1,000 or less. Okay, so that's our goal. There we go. Awesome. What's our balance? 16,212. 16,212. So 16,212. Where does that put us? 1,083. So technically, we run this up to 1,000, and we'll be well below the 1,000 marker. And if we keep doing well, it's almost 11 p.m. here. Oof, we almost hit that 36. I thought our thing was running to an end. So if we keep going up past 1,000, we're having a great time. I might drop down to $45 bets from then on out and just win 15 bucks a spin, and 10 spins, that's 150 bucks. So just kind of chip away back at that, and get this. Every dime we do, it brings the surplus back up, right? Okay. This is awesome. This is the roulette gods. Look at that. It didn't put one on that column. I don't know if it's because I'm betting while the bet is still flashing. Maybe that's it. Kooky. This is the roulette gods saying, all right, we stuck our foot up your ass for long enough. Give the poor guy a break, and I'll take it. I will take it. All right, cash 'em. Let's kick some ass. Let's run this casino out of business. Oh, okay. You know what? That's okay. We rocked it. So, I'm going to, on a loss, I'm debating whether to sit out one or go ahead and go for it. I mean, we had a hell of a run, right? I'm going to just go in. I'm going to go for it right now. Let's see if our run is over or if we're kicking ass still. It is sort of risky because they've had quite a few repeat numbers and numbers in the same area, so we shall see. We shall see. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about. All right, now we can drop back down. Back down to our 135 bet. This would break us even. And we have a dealer change. It's too late. I wish during a dealer change they would just pause the countdown. I saw it coming, so I could have pressed the button, but all right, we're committed. That's all right. Today's been a really good day. It's Friday. My daughter's home for a couple nights. I got Soybean, my boy, back from the vet. And my dad's doing all right. He had the last 2 days have been a little rough, but both he and my mom are doing all right. Her Alzheimer's is picking up, is progressing much faster than I had totally expected to. So I hope you all never have to yourself or your family or friends deal with Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. Those are just absolutely terrible diseases. Okay, enough of that sad talk. I'm sorry. It's like, now we should start talking about the movie Schindler's List. You know? No. Oh, come on, no. Oh, either way, 0, that was going to be a bust. All right. Well, at least we caught up first, and then we busted. I don't know. I think I'm going to go reverse and double it up. Time to switch up. Those streets were good to us for a long time. Okay, here we go. Come on now, Vanessa. Holy moly. Break time. I'm gonna go get some dessert. That's what I need. All right, we'll let us a few spins come back and we'll resume. All right. All right. We're back. We're gonna go 9th Street reverse and we're gonna go for it. Someone made the mistake of leaving that Costco apple pie on the counter unattended. Well, let's just say it is no longer sealed. I know, I'm gonna get chewed out. That's for the special dinner tomorrow. Special dinner started tonight. Holy fuck sticks. You gotta be kidding me. Here we are at ground zero again. How far did we go down last time? Down there, huh? Let's go for it. Like I said, I'm willing to take our reserves, our surplus down to, I'd like to not go below 1,000. So 14,277. So that would put us at 16. We would have stopped right there. All right, let's go another. Please, sir, may I have another? All right. Who's our Vanessa still? Okay. Let's go. Wouldn't it be sweet to have a run of, what did we have, like 7 in a row? Except betting at 1,080. Come on now. Yes. All right. 709. What was our high? We were at 934. I'm not going to go that high again. All right, let's drop it down. I am going to go 270 though. As long as you win the really big ones, right? As long as you win the big ones. It is 11:21 here. Oof. There's that 32 again. It's been getting awfully close, huh? All right, I'm going now. I'm dropping down. We did 270. We're dropping down. So our high was 934. So we're about $134 off. Come up here to VIP. You can see our rake back is 694. I already cleared it out. Our reload of 7760 isn't available for 3 hours because I claimed it super early this morning, you know, at somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning. And our weekly boost is in 6 hours. That'll be a nice couple hundy. All right. Very nice, very nice. It keeps doing this autoplay. I'm going to do that coming up. We're going to do $1 bets, and we're going to go to autoplay, and we're going to set it for like 50 rounds and just see. And I won't record that whole time because I won't even be on video. I'll just pause it at the beginning and pause it, you know, a couple spins in, and then pause it a couple spins away from, and we'll start the chart all over again. Maybe. I mean, because 50 spins, that would take, right? It'd take a while. Like 45 minutes or so. Okay, look at that. We're climbing back. The top winner had 2,260. That's a big bet. How are we doing on our VIP progress? Oops, not the vault. All right, let's go check out VIP progress. We're at 62%. Okay, getting there. Getting there. Very nice, very nice. Okay, 934, right? That's where we were at before. Yep. So we've gotten back to our peak number. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, cat wanted in. Soys. Yes. Very close to that 14 and that 1. Both would have been losers. 979. We're going to drop down to 45. And see how that goes. Like the net gain to be 1,000, although, like I said, we're more looking at this to be where we needed to be. 3,018. Oh, that's because I placed the $1,000 bet and it subtracted it from the balance. Okay. Oh, God. I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. All right. 994.95. 16,362. 16,362. 16,362. Oh, dealer change. Okay. So I wanted to break $1,000 loss for the day. And actually I changed my mind now. I kind of want to get it down to 600. So as long as we're doing decent, we'll stay here. They shaved you on your rear end, didn't they? They shaved you all on your rear end, didn't they? Huh? You're a good boy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Yeah, bud. I know. That sucked being in that cage in that vet, didn't it? If I have my choice to be around people or be around animals, I pick animals every time. All right, buddy. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, there's a loss. Oh no, it popped into 32 again. 32 has been our blessing tonight, right? How many times have we received that? Zam. All right. 1,024. Making some tracks. So, just to keep what's spinning through my head right now is I'm deciding whether just to stick with this for some spins and just insert up and call it quits at any time, or to, if we're doing really well, bust it open into the $135 bet But that could definitely set us back with a couple bad spins, right? I mean, $15 is $15. So what we could do, maybe what I'll do as a compromise is if we get up to 1,090 on the net gain for this session, maybe I'll double this 45 bet to 90 bet, and at least we'll keep above the 1,000. How's that sound? That's what we'll do. Okay, let's go. Other than that big dip right there, which was pretty crazy, we've been kicking butt. There's a loss. Okay. Double up there. All right. Let's lower this desk and sit down, bud. It's been getting used to, because my office was downstairs, and since my parents moved in, I wanted to give them the whole downstairs, even though they don't use my office and the other, which is a large room converted into my office. What are we doing? 9th Street reverse 45? Okay. Anyway, so I moved my office, my desk and stuff into our master bedroom. And so you're getting to see, and you know what, Camtasia, this software I use for recording and stuff, it's decent for editing and everything. The interface is a little clunky, and they don't have a simple black background blur. Everything has that, you know, Zoom, Teams. Oh, look at that. 32 has been our angel, keeping that ball out of. All right, we got back our loss there. Nice. You're amazingly beautiful and sweet. Wish I can hug you. Very pretty heart you have. Oh my God. I'm sure she's just going, ooh, I would love to meet you. All right, here we go. Anyway, yeah, so that's going to be my plan right now. This is amazing. 32 again. It's keeping us out of that zero. Loving it. I'm going to try to get up to 90 and then move the bet up to $90. So let's see, what's our balance right now? 16,422. 16,422. All right, we're down 873. Grinding back. And then I feel it. Tomorrow is going to be a killer day. All right, we are freaking crushing it right now. Awesome. Remember, don't be thinking, oh, these could have all been bigger bets. Yeah, they all could have been bigger losses too. And when I say this stuff, I'm saying it to myself just as much as I'm saying it to you. This is like self-affirmation words, you know, words of affirmation to myself. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Slow and steady. That's what we're doing. This would get us up to 1,084.95 cents. Damn, 95 cents. Okay, that's still a win. All right, one more win and we can double up the bets if we wanted to. I mean, with so many spins, with so many wins like last time, I'd rather drop down than go up right now until at least we get a loss. we've had quite a few wins in a row. How many wins have we had this time? 5 wins. We've bet up here a total today. Our total bets, cumulative total, is $10,440 and $11,220. I don't know how that makes sense. We didn't win that much, we lost. I think they don't subtract it is what happens. I don't think they, maybe they do, I don't know. That's the sum of this? All right. Another win. $11.33. Hey, last night was really late, so this feels like, right? We were joking earlier, we were like, man, at our age, going out to a late dinner like that, that's wild. Wild night for us sometimes is pizza, a couple drinks, and Netflix, right? I can't remember where I was reading it. It was something like when you're younger, you know, like college and stuff, you wait till it's 9 before you even go out and you're excited to go places. And then when you get our age, you're like, oh God, they invited us to go. You know, I don't want to go anywhere. How do we get out of this? All right, buddy, you need to quiet down a little bit. I don't know how loud that's going to be on the mic. You're happy to be home, huh? Yeah, you are. But you know what? I got to take off this bandage off your arm. Nice. We are crushing it right now. Ouch. Oh, you want to be fed, I know. He starts to nibble on my fingers when he wants to be fed. I can't find the beginning of that rap. All right, let's go. Let's go. Okay, dude, I know. I need some scissors here. Ooh, boo. We were due though, right? We were definitely due. So I'm gonna sit out 2 spins, play really conservative just to slow us down. Pause this, take my cat's bandage off anyway, and we'll be back. Okay, we're back. It's a good thing we sat out. We lost on this first 14, and then she rolled a 14 back to back. So, $90 bet. $90 bet, all right. To get to... got to have another 3. I think we got to get around almost $1,400 here to get our balance down to negative 500 for the day, which would be pretty awesome. So that's what I'm going to go for. I'm going to try to get to 1,500, I mean. All right, there we go. Back down the base bet. So they let you place bets up here too. First dozen, second dozen, columns. I don't know why. Maybe it makes it easier for people way up here. All right. Okay, we're even Steven from where we were at. So my goal is we're at 1129. I want to get up to 135. And that way we can do 135. So I don't want to go below $1,000 net gain tonight. I don't want to go below $1,000 net gain. So If we get up to, if we win this and we bet 135, we lose, we're done. If we get to 135 and we can win a couple and get to the point where we're still above 1,000 by at least $45, we can keep betting. Ugh. Okay. Okay. That's all right. And I'm going to try out, I'll bring back V28. I had someone else ask, a couple people ask about V28. I tried it out in a prior video using $1 units. So you put $1 on this corner, $1 on the 8/12 corner, 3 units on the middle dozen, $1 on the 27/29, and then 33/35. And you can move these corners. I believe you go 33/35, then you come down here to 26/28, then you're 3, so it's this big V. Mother trucker. All right. Oh shit, we went below that, so I can't do this. I just gotta go $9 here. Get us up to 1,000 again, and then we're done. I was hoping to roll this on. That's all right. We had a pretty good run here, right? We got it back. We were dropping down here scarily. Scary low. Dropped as low as $100, I guess, below this session. Dropped here back to zero balance and got ourselves back up to $1,000 after the zero balance. So there's a win, 997. We need one more win. We're calling it a night. You gotta know when to roll it, know when to fold it, right? Know when to walk away. We need to know, and now is the time. I'm getting tired anyway. I still have to process this video and do that, so yeah. Get it uploaded. Good thing we're just betting small right now. I'm going to switch to 9. Okay. I was thinking about doing it back here when it started hitting wherever we lost at 14, but there was a 34 here. But a lot of 14s, so I should have switched back to the standard 1, 2, 3 streets. Shoulda, woulda, coulda though. Look at that. Boom. 13, 14. That's 1,095. All right, my friends. We're going to call it 16,368. Not as high as I was hoping. We took it on. I was trying to get it below 1,000. So for the day, we're $927 down. That's okay. We're still $3,768 above our daily average, and we bumped our daily average back up to $614, which is twice what our goal is, which is 300. So we're still very, very much on and actually ahead of track. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Well, let's hope tomorrow is not the murderous session we had today. All right, all. Good night. Be good humans.